A common mistake people make when they are looking at giving their vehicle a good deep clean on the interior is actually assessing the leather. Now, they don't actually do that, and this is one of the most crucial key points of any leather item that you have, whether it's in a car, like this particular supercar, this Ferrari, or it's a Fiat, or it's a Lada, or it's a Skoda, or it's a Mercedes, or it's a sofa at home, or a pair of shoes. Doesn't matter what it is, you need to assess the leather correctly before you attempt to do any cleaning. This particular leather in this Ferrari is a very particular special type of leather. Identifying it before you begin to do any type of work is absolutely paramount of importance, because if you just dived in here and started cleaning this, then you could have created a phenomenal amount of damage. As you can clearly see, the back seat is cleaned already. We've already gone through and done that. That's taken us, to do this back seat area, that's taken us over 3 hours today. And as you can see, the difference between the front seats and the back seat, the colour difference is quite amazing. And you can sort of see how in-ground the dirt is on these. Identifying them can be done in many, many ways. One of them is the electronic microscope that we brought into the industry and innovated the industry by using the electronic microscopes and brought them in quite some years ago to the industry, and they are now come as standard practice for a lot of people to sort of use and follow suit with using that type of device. The other way is just like a little linen tester, which can show you all sorts of things and help you look at the leather and identify it. Now, this may just look like a pigmented leather to anybody else, and to the layman on the street or to an untrained valeter or detailer, this could just look like any other normal type of leather. It's very, very far from it. It looks like it's got in-ground dirt all the way over it. There's a particular reason for that, which I'm going to show you any second with using the linen tester. If we scan over the top of the linen tester, as you can see there, look, that is completely full of hair follicles. Now, this could have been an extremely costly, dangerous exercise for an untrained person. If you look around the linen tester, you can clearly see how ingrained the dirt is into the hair follicles. And you can see them there very, very clearly on the screen, because I'm looking through the actual linen tester. Basically, you've got like, it's almost like an aniline, but it's like it's a top grain leather that you can get, you know, right outside, hair's shaved off, finest skin you've got. It's got the finest coating of colorant over the top of the skin to make it very, very soft. Beautiful Napa leather. It's very, very soft, very, very luxurious, like a Napa leather. It's got all the sort of characters of like an aniline to it, but with a fine pigmentation coating over the top. So it's very, very porous. It soaks in. It's a leather that you need to take great care over cleaning. So that is just one way that you can actually identify the leathers in this particular car. Just look. A linen tester is going to cost you a few quid, no more than £10, probably £5, £6, £7 at the most. And it's a very valuable tool for such a cheap price to pay that could have got you out of a great deal of trouble, because you could have just gaily gone ahead on here and used any form of leather cleaner or an APC even, which is one of the worst things you can use on leather. Even worse, something like a magic eraser or some form of like plastic scrubber pad, anything like that. They are going to cause massive problems for this interior. This needs very delicate cleaning with like a natural fibre type product, something that is 100% natural to wipe away the dirt and grime with it. Nothing like a microfiber or even terry towels. You want natural 100% products to do this, which is what we have in-house now. We've invented 100% natural products to do this sort of work on interiors, for cleaning it as well as wiping away any dirt and grime. You can also use a very natural horsehair brush on this one, very, very soft bristle horsehair brush to froth up the foam work as you're cleaning, to get deep into that fibre network that you've got there with the hair follicles showing on the interior. So just remember, guys, before you start delving deep with your interior cleans, make sure you assess your leather. We've got a few jobs to do on this one, bolsters to repair and some touch-ups and things, but just make sure before you go diving deep into the interior of a car like this, you don't end up costing yourselves 10, 20, 30,000 quid in damage to an interior which could have been easily created if you had not paid attention to the type of leather. Most people, as I say, would just get a brush, get a cleaner, spray it on and start brushing and scrubbing. Because the coating is so fine on here, you are more than likely going to sort of remove that coating, the actual coating, which I will show you in a second how thin that coating is on this particular vehicle. I'll show you on this particular bolster here how thin the coating is. As you can see down here, this coating is very, very thin. Look, you can see where it's wearing out. It is microscopically thin all the way around. And as you can see there, this is bare leather, and the painting coating is coming round this sort of edge here, and it comes up to just there where it's just starting to peter out, and you can see there where the coating is just starting to come away. You can see bits of the bare leather showing through and bits of colour still left on there. But if you look at that, you can also see all the hair follicles there, and you can see them there, how ingrained the leather is. But to the untrained eye, it's just a normal leather interior. You do have to be extremely careful when working with particular vehicles like this, because you can create no end of damage that you could have created on this particular Ferrari. It's a beautiful car, stunning blue, beautiful, cream leather interior, super soft, super luxurious. The aromas are amazing. Now we've cleaned all the back seat and put all the leather protection cream back into it. It's just got that natural, beautiful, stunning leather smell and aroma back into it. But once again, guys, just be careful, because that could get you into a lot of trouble. That is hair follicles. And a lot of people would look at that and say, that's a lot of ingrained dirt. You're going to start scrubbing at that. You can see on this side here, where you've got all the ingrained dirt. You can clearly see on this side here, where you've got all the hair follicles in the linen tester. You would start scrubbing away with that. Before you know it, you've got colour coming off, and you have got major problems, because you've got a lot of blue stitching on here with a nice cream interior. So there you go, guys. That is a little bit of an insight for you on this Ferrari, California. How to identify your leather. Leatherrepaircompany.com. We know leather.